to face off against Mexico.
Well, Lionel Scaloni making a number of changes after that loss to Saudi Arabia. Lisandro Martinez comes back in at the back, and he is a rock-solid defender, Manchester United player. This looks like a 4-4-2 at times defensively, then it's 4-3-3, free-flowing in the attack, and it all involves around Lionel Messi when they go forward. Now for Mexico, a different story. Tata Martino under some pressure, playing with a back 3/5, something he's only done a handful of times over the past couple of years. It hasn't gone well for him. Last time they did it, lost 3-0 to Uruguay. Interested how it goes tonight with Andres Guardado in the midfield as well. 36 years old. Can he track back and stop this man getting on the net for Argentina?
This is an Argentina team that had not lost a game for 3.5 years. It was one of the longest unbeaten streaks in the history of international soccer. That they can now be eliminated from World Cup contention tonight. Guillermo Ochoa and Lionel Messi, that's the matchup. Two iconic players. Two have done it at a higher level than just about anyone else in their respective positions. And you know what? Europe might be the center of the soccer world from an on-field talent standpoint. But if you want atmosphere and passion and spectacle, you come to the Western Hemisphere. These two nations have created an incredible scene, and we are underway. Argentina in their iconic blue and white, Mexico in their equally iconic green. And when Argentina were leading at the half Tuesday against Saudi Arabia, it could have been 4-0. They were inches away multiple times. We all thought, okay, comfortable win. And they can set a new all-time international record for an unbeaten streak against Mexico. And then Saudi Arabia scored goals 5 minutes apart, created one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history. And now Argentina are eliminated with a game still to play. If they are to lose tonight, Mexico on the other side, a scoreless draw with Poland. Guillermo Ochoa adding to his legend, saving a Robert Lewandowski penalty. It's not that the Mexicans are high and dry either. If they're to lose this, they're going to be in a tough spot, preparing to face a very talented and confident Saudi Arabia team, even off the back of their 2-0 defeat to Poland earlier today. But the place is rocking. Good luck to our referee tonight. Daniel Orsato, who was in charge of the opening match a week ago, calls his first foul. Beyond a fist fight, how's this thing going to look tonight?
I think a bit of a fist fight early on in the game especially. Now, I'm curious to see from a Mexican perspective how the defensive system works. How do they get pressure on the ball? And for an Argentina team that had 15 shots against Saudi Arabia with only the one goal, and it came from a penalty, how do they create chances? How do they find space? How do they get Lionel Messi on the ball? And already seeing McAllister coming inside. They're pushing Acuna, who's on the ball right now, high and wide on the left. And they're going to have a lot of the ball. Mexico will look to play more of a counterattack and get the ball to Vega and Lozano and using their speed.
Lionel Messi on the ball for the first time. Guardado meets him, but he gets it away. Here come Argentina up the left. Acuna's cross into the middle. Sails over the target, sent away by Gallardo. Angel Di Maria. Chops it back on Gallardo. Di Maria. The ball trying to find somewhere to go with it. That cross was blocked by the captain, Guardado.
Anytime he's on the ball and Guardado tries to get closer, and then two defenders come and he's able just to tow it away before Chavez and Chucky Lozano can get a touch on that ball. A big key for Mexico is going to be 1v1 defending. When Argentina have the ball wide and they're sizing them up, trying to put crosses into the boxes, can they stop those crosses, or like Saudi Arabia did, force them into low percentage crosses that are then easy for the center backs to defend?
Montiel forced to go long. Molina won the header, but couldn't find Chucky Lozano with it. Here's Messi. Coronado's able to hook it away.
Oh, the space.
Comes free here. Alexis Vega trying to run away. Did he throw an arm into Montiel? Yes, he did. Montiel is down. Both benches are upset right now.
Those two defenders for Argentina went down off the ball. Chucky Lozano was wide open. Vega was trying to get in front and then spring him on the attack. I'm not sure he does too much wrong here other than trying to use his body and get his body in front. There might be some, yeah, I mean, he's getting an arm across. Ends up being Montiel. It's a foul. It's a foul. A little unfortunate that Montiel comes in a little bit lower and Vega's forearm slash elbow ends up catching him in the face. And our referee for tonight setting the tone.
Mark Clattenburg, our rules analyst, if you were in Daniela Orzato's shoes tonight, how are you handling a night, an occasion, a game like this?
You know, players are going to be nervous, of course, and the referee cannot be nervous. He's got to stay calm. This is a situation which referees will always penalise, where the arm comes in towards the face. What's interesting is I think the Argentinian player is making more of it than it was. He's trying to get the player cautioned, but I think the referee's done well, calming the situation down and just giving a nice simple free kick to try and calm the players down.
Mark, I'm also curious, and we've seen both of these teams oftentimes crowd the referee around any type of decision. I mean, do you set that intent early as well and set the tone there with maybe a card or at least a talking to of captains?
No, we don't want a card so early in such a pressure game. This would probably damage the game as a spectacle. I think it's important that the referee clamps down, shows he's strong, speaks to the players, shows who's in control. The referee is in control here in this situation. So now the players will get back to the game and we can start to play. But it's interesting that I've refereed these two teams before and I know how they play. They'll try and get in under the referee's skin, but it's now, that's why an Italian referee's in charge of this, because he will be strong.
Yeah, I used to try that with you, Mark, but you were having none of it.
Montiel is back out there. It certainly did settle things down, at least until the next moment that it boils back up. Under some pressure, Vega trying to get back to that one, and does. Alexis Vega's got Gallardo inside, into the middle of the field. Clearance only as far as Hector Herrera, and he'll chase it back out. Mr. Araujo. Behind it comes Kevin Alvarez. You heard Rodolfo talking about his nerves coming into this one in his World Cup debut, the age of 23. Alvarez once again. Chucky Lozano. Sandro Martinez for company. Mexico corner.
That was a good spell for Mexico there. We're playing with the two strikers, Vega and Lozano. They were getting pressure on the Argentinian center backs. They win the ball back. They get the ball off to Paul. Get around to that right-hand side. Then Chucky Lozano, not much he can do there, so he's just trying to force the challenge to win a corner, which they've done. Now they've got a right-footed player and a left-footed player out for the corner, so trying to just have a bit of deception whether it's going to be an in-swinging ball or an out-swinging ball, and that will come then and depend and dictate the runs that you will see within the box.
Chavez runs past Vega, right to Messi. Mexico able to win it back. Someone got a foot in, and Vega chased that down. Andres Guardado did not play against Poland, becoming tonight the sixth man to play in 5 different World Cups. Messi and Ronaldo on that list, along with 2 other Mexican players. As Lozano is fouled, and a free kick coming from Mexico. As Montiel getting his revenge from earlier. Martinez getting himself set.
It's a high line here from Argentina. I mean, they're about 6 yards in front of the 18-yard box here. There's a lot of space there, leaving him behind.
Chavez sends it in, gets knocked down, and comes all the way through. Cesar Montes got the first touch. Couldn't find a teammate in the back post.
Yeah, they left far too big a gap for Chavez to bend this one in. And Montes ends up getting a touch on it and almost picks out the green shirt at the back post. Crashing the box, slight deflection. Just a little too much on it for Hector Moreno.
DePaul's header comes sideways. Moving Chucky Lozano couldn't connect with Vega.
You see off the ball right now, Rodrigo DePaul and Guido Rodriguez talking, because Guido Rodriguez had tried to call Rodrigo DePaul off that one to leave the ball. You think you can hear anything down there? Absolutely not. And that's a perfect example of that, where communication and body language and using your hand signals is maybe more important than trying to talk to a teammate, just because you can barely hear anything.
Sears onto the referee, coming right in there on Luis Chavez there as he was arguing the foul call. Argentina's won the 3 prior meetings between the teams. One of them came in 1930. The other 2 more recent. It's a late shove by Guardado on DePaul, and he sort of just stares him down. Mexico, just 1 win the last 18 times they've played Argentina. That's a stretch of 3 decades. The last win came in 2004. As much as Mexico has the rivalry with the U.S., they also love the idea of seeing Argentina and Brazil as measuring sticks. So, yes, we focus on Argentina. Yes, if they lose, they're eliminated. But for Mexico, this would be a massive moment for them. And for Tata Martino, jokingly said he was public enemy #1 in Mexico with all the frustrations about his team's performance. If they're able to win this game and knock Messi out of the World Cup. And there's Messi on the ball. Couldn't connect with Lautaro Martinez, rather. I thought he was fouled. That's a very strong header win, but it bounced off Guardado. And now Vega knocked away. Ooh, big challenge there.
I saw that one coming, and Guardado was not backing out, and he's up against one of the hardest players on the other side in Rodrigo DePaul. 2 guys that just give absolutely everything. Go for a crunching tackle there, both fair.
In. Kevin Alvarez there with the tackle. Moves it towards DePaul. To Martino, who was reminded more than once in the lead-up, is from Argentina, from the same hometown as Lionel Messi. Coach Lionel Messi in Argentina for 2 years, 2014 to 2016. He said at one point, I know where I'm from. I can name the hospital I was born. I work for Mexico. In answer to a different question, said Mexico will win this game. But no matter what happens, he'll be an enemy somewhere.
Well, his Mexican team have started this game fairly well. They've gone man for man in the midfield up against the 2 center midfielders for Argentina, taking them out of the game. So Argentina moving the ball pretty slowly from side to side and not getting any type of advantage in the wide areas, and they can't play through the middle, so they've oftentimes tried to go direct, and it's been the Mexican center backs that are stepping up and winning it.
Messi. He's got chopped down from behind. It's given away. Vega on the run. Lozano in front of him. Doesn't really have any support, and he's happy enough to let that be swept out for a throw.
Yeah, that's a game plan too. Is when you get forced back a little bit, Argentina have some of the ball, then how quickly can you pick off the pass in that one moment and then break using the speed of Alexis Vega and Chucky Lozano, those two trying to combine. They did well enough to move the team up the field. Now Mexico have some possession. Now they force Argentina to defend.
Both these teams had just massive edges in possession and in passing numbers in their opening games. Up to Herrera of the Houston Dynamo in MLS. Given away, Chucky Lozano running in, crowded off it, Otamendi with the step, and then he goes down in a heat. Herrera there stepping in. And it will be pulled back here for a free kick as Argentina wanted to go quick.
Yeah, just watch the theatrics from Otamendi as well. After there's a little touch on the face there, I mean, he goes full, two hands to the face, down to the ground. And that goes back to what Mark Clattenburg was talking about early in the game, just about having for the referee to be strong with his decisions and also taking all of that into the account on both sides, and that players are trying to get other players on yellow cards.
He's Italian. He's familiar with that behavior.
Yes.
Alexis McAllister was able to weave his way through. Messi came off the referee. That'll stop the play. And DePaul arguing, and Daniel Santos saying, well, I'm standing here. What do you want me to do?
It's an Italian at a World Cup trying to get a touch.
For Messi, poked away by Hector Moreno. It's an important touch by Chavez there to step in, try to keep it for Mexico. Strong header. It'll be an interesting offside decision potentially, and then Guardado goes down holding his head. Flag does come up. It was offside in that sequence. Free kick for Mexico, and it's Guardado who's down.
There wasn't actually a foul there on Lautaro Martinez because it's Guardado that runs into him, and that was his case with the referee. And the referee saying it doesn't matter. He's
before they
offside.
even collided. Chase that one down. Chavez tackled out by Acuna. Stayed in play there. Montes played it back in the middle. Lozano challenging in the air. Rodriguez picks it up. Gallardo, a little bit of contact there with Di Maria, no foul. Seems to have recovered. Long it goes towards Vega. Good header win by Otamendi. Second ball, though, controlled by Herrera. Cuca Lozano turns inside of one. Little contact from behind by Otamendi. And a free kick coming for Mexico.
It's great work from Lozano. Able to turn away from Rodriguez, uses his speed. Feels a little bit of contact from behind from Otamendi, and he goes to ground. He gets off balance. It is absolutely a foul and gives an opportunity for Mexico. Now, I've noticed early on these set pieces for Mexico, they're trying different things. So they've been working a lot on the training ground at different ways and different free kicks, different scenarios. They've got a number of people around the ball. This one, it's Vega and Guardado. But these are set plays. So I wouldn't always expect direct strikes on goal or just corner kicks that are served in. I would look for some trickery throughout this game from Mexico and trying to create a good goal-scoring opportunity from a set piece.
Alexis Vega on the one side.
And he's shaping up like he's going to shoot. It's a long way out.
Vega runs past. Guardado rolled to the far side, clipped in by Chavez and knocked down, but no foul there. Good work by Emiliano Martinez to get back to that one.
Yeah, not a bad idea. There's a set play. He runs over it, little deception. Comes near Chavez and then just stands it up to the back post, but the ball there, the execution is not good. It's too high up in the air, and that allowed then Emiliano Martinez to come off his line and claim it. That was the look they were looking for, though. They had two green shirts free at the far post.
It was overhit. Otamendi's got to chase it back. Emiliano Martinez only as far as Herrera. That was great control by DePaul to bring that down. Then he gives the pass away. Trying to find Messi. Looking to pick Araujo's pocket. Late challenge there. McAllister, and he's rolling around in pain.
We're going to get our first yellow, and rightfully so. Here, this tackle from Araujo. He gets his pocket picked, as you said, by Messi. And it's a big tackle on Acuna after the second one gets away. But Messi was clever. He was on his left side and then goes on the blind shoulder. And it's, wow, the first one, but it's the second leg is high. Look at that.
Mr. Araujo, 31 years of age, his 64th international appearance. And yet his first in a World Cup.
That's probably an orange card there. That's verging just purely based on the force, I think, that he ends up catching him with.
That's part of the story. It's got a handful of players on this field making their World Cup debuts. They are amped up with this energy. Araujo now sitting on a yellow card the rest of the way as Argentina play it short. Di Maria skips away from Gallardo. Trying to roll that in. It's going to fall back for Di Maria. No, good work now. Cleared away there. Good recovery by Moreno in front of Messi as Lautaro Martinez thought he was going to flick it on. Messi poked away. Ronaldo certainly thought that should have been Mexico's throw.
You see Messi floating all over the field to try and get some touches on the ball. Sometimes he's in his own half when they have possession, just bouncing it. Then he's on the left, then he's on the right. Mexico are not man-marking him. They're trying to use defense by committee and marking the space, as opposed to that. Right now, he's just hanging out on this near right side, bottom of your screen, and just waiting for the play to develop and then try to arrive late and get involved when they get around the box.
Di Maria coming in off the left there.
Now here he is.
Messi brings it down. De Paul wide, Montiel crossing back in. It's a great area. It just comes all the way through. And there was an offside in there anyway in that sequence. It wouldn't have counted.
But that's where Messi can be dangerous. And he just peeled away from the defensive line. There's the offside call as Montiel just gone too soon on this near side. But then when he gets the ball and he's facing and he's got a defense pinned deep, the little combination passes, the slashing runs to then get him behind. That's where it's difficult to pick up, and you have to stay with your runners if you're this Mexican defense and stay disciplined throughout that.
Rodolfo Landeros, what are you maybe not hearing but seeing down there?
I'm seeing a very calm Tata Martino, if that is considered to be calm. Arms crossed, and the counterpart of Lionel Scaloni hasn't stopped giving instructions. He turns to the bench, even to the bench he's telling, you have to do this, you have to do that. But the thing is, the place is so loud that when he turns to Montiel, who's the nearest guy to the bench, he can't hear a thing. That is the atmosphere that we're talking about here in Luceo.
I wonder how much of that Tata Martino, so much older than Scaloni, so much more experience, kind of understanding you're not going to be able to do anything anyway, so just let it happen.
Yeah, but some of it's just nervous energy from coaches that feel like they need to shout and move and pace the touch lines, and it's body language too. You think about how coaches can convey energy to players on the field through their body language and intensity. Martino's an old hat. Scaloni's a young, exciting, prospectful coach that's had some real success with this Argentina team, but they both have a totally different energy.
Chance for Mexico to get that cross in, and really no one in the middle, and it comes all the way out. Mexico under real pressure, though. If they were to lose this game, they will go down to the final day in this group. That will be Wednesday. That was knocked away by De Paul. Back from Di Maria. The question is, will all four teams be alive on the final day? Messi gets that away. De Paul. Back in the middle. McAllister. Wide it goes to Acuna. Looking on Kevin Alvarez. Alvarez sliding through. Acuna kept it in. Crossing it in while the whistle's gone for a foul there. Looks like as Alvarez is down in pain.
I wonder, it looked like there was maybe just a step after he'd gone to ground here. Acuna, yeah, he ends up stepping on his left leg, and that's what the foul is whistled for. Look, there's not been many chances in this game, just the one shot from Mexico, and that one was off target. But not uncommon for Mexican matches at a World Cup. They've now gone, they haven't allowed a goal in 9 straight first halves at a World Cup, and they've only scored in 2 of those. So they keep it tight, very tight in the first half of games.
Let me ask you this. Rodolfo talked about it earlier. This big thing that Tata Martino did, changing his formation, making 3 changes. Now, the extent to which it was a surprise, this formation was on the front page of newspapers this morning, but how has that affected the game?
I'd say it's looked good so far for Mexico, but what it's done for them, and it was fairly controversial as well, benching Edson Alvarez, who's been one of their most consistent and effectively an ever-present player for them for the last number of years. And plays at a big club in Europe, in Ajax, and he dropped him out of the team. He was the defensive midfielder that held everything down. So he's changed the way that they've played. He's gone with 2 more experienced players in the middle of the field. He's gone with 3 center backs, and he's not conceding any space in the middle of the field where at times they've been opened up. And I would say that it's worked because you haven't had a single shot yet for
Argentina. Treatment, able to get rid of it. So again, couldn't rise all the way up and was offside as Vega was trying to run in behind.
Yeah, 2 of them offside. Take your pick.
Vega taken off the ball. It's almost 90,000 fans here at Lusail Stadium. Alistair is chopped down by Lozano. But this place was rocking outside as we walked in. This place was rocking for a full hour before kickoff. Argentina eliminated if they are to lose. Their final game against Poland won't matter for them. But it would mean that Mexico's beaten Argentina at the World Cup for the first time in their history. Pressure there, and that will come back for a foul. Di Maria running in, got bumped off it. Alvarez plays safe. Out for an Argentina corner.
That's better from Di Maria there because of the willingness to take a defender on. We haven't really seen anybody from Argentina try to stretch the game and get in behind this Mexican team. So you're asking about the formation. Well, at times you've got 5 across the back. When everything is in front of you, it makes it easier to defend. That time Di Maria takes a guy off the dribble. Then you've got defenders going back towards their own goal, and they've won a corner from that far side, which Messi's going to take.
Messi's out swinging ball, got flicked along by a defender. De Paul couldn't hold it in cleanly. Now trying to round the corner on Vega, slides through.
And a foul.
Free kick Argentina.
Returns the corner quickly here. Rodrigo De Paul. Atletico Madrid midfielder was at the heart of this team's run to the Copa America title. And it's a silly challenge from Vega. Doesn't need to go to ground there. Doesn't need to commit. He's going to be able to block the cross, and instead, you now give a free kick from a better spot than a corner. It's close to the corner, but look at that angle now that Messi has to be able to shoot potentially at the goal. And this is the type of spot where you really are essentially treating this like a shot, where you're going to try and bend it low and hard, right at that first man, right at head height, right at the goal, putting pressure on Memo Ochoa.
He's got an Argentina player standing right next to him. Ochoa's been around, 37 years of age, 133rd appearance. 3rd World Cup as the starter. Messi whipping that right in. Ochoa punches it straight up in the air. It's a chaotic scramble of bodies. It's a foul as Ochoa goes down.
Yeah, the goalkeeper's always going to get that one. You have to try and avoid contact at all times, and there it is. He's shooting right at the goal. It's at a height that's fairly comfortable for Ochoa, although in saying that, he's going back and he punches it straight up in the air. Not a great punch. And it's just the arm up there from Lisandro Martinez that Ochoa essentially jumps himself into. That's a veteran play from the 37-year-old goalkeeper from Mexico.
Who has just made his 37th career World Cup save. Only Thibaut Courtois of Belgium more saves made in the last 3 World Cups. And he was the first Mexican goalkeeper to save a penalty kick, a non-shootout penalty kick, since 1930, when he denied Robert Lewandowski on Tuesday in the scoreless draw with Poland. Two Argentine players colliding there. Can Mexico take advantage? Comes over the top, and alert was Lisandro Martinez to knock it away. Gallardo had to get there. Messi goes down in a heap. Wrestling match on the other end.
It's exact. I'm laughing, but it's exactly what we expected to see in this game. It's two teams so well supported. Martinez takes a pretty solid kick to the face there. Two teams playing with aggression. You see Messi trying to play for a foul there. There wasn't enough contact for Moreno to send him down like that. So it's an intense game.
Di Maria, great little move on the outside on Gallardo. Di Maria running in. Herrera with the help. Guardado almost got his pocket pick. Well, the assistant referee was signaling for a Mexico throw. Referee overruled him. Cunha under some pressure from Alvarez. Hooked away on the outside by Araujo. That will be Mexico's throw.
Well, Rodolfo talked about the nerves of Kevin Alvarez in what's just his 9th cap and his first appearance at a World Cup. Well, he's having a pretty good game on that right side. He's settled into it early. Has been able to defend right up against Cunha, forcing him back, not allowing him to get into the attack and have any type of impact so far.
Vega beaten to that one. Herrera picks it up. Chavez helps it along for Araujo. Araujo trying to find the angle there for Lozano. It's going to come all the way through. Another quadruple header of World Cup action on FS1 tomorrow. Starts with Japan against Costa Rica. Then Belgium against Morocco. Croatia, Canada. That's turned into a bit of a fight, hasn't it? Courtesy of Canada's coach John Herdman. And the nightcap, Spain against Germany, who suffered that massive loss, the upset loss to Japan. Coverage starts at 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, right here on FS1. Messi, the strength, cuts it inside to Paul. Argentina pouring numbers forward. Into the middle, DePaul once again, trying to weave his way out. Can he get back to it? Runs out of room.
Second touch just too heavy from Rodrigo de Paul, and then he's trying to get his body around it to be able to put it in the box, and you can tell what she thinks of that.
There's a lot of nervous energy in this building.
Oh, yeah.
This is not what the Argentina fans, their broadcasters sitting next to us, thought they were signing up for. The popular favorite to win the World Cup, the sentimental favorite, Lionel Messi, to win the World Cup. He talked coming into the tournament about how beautiful it was that so many around the world were rooting for them, which really is rooting for him. He said, I'm grateful for the love I've received in my career, but acknowledging this is the last chance to achieve what he called this great dream of winning a World Cup at the age of 35. And the whole point of winning Copa America was it decompressed them, in his words, took some pressure off, playing with freedom. Boy, did that change when Saudi Arabia beat him. Rodolfo, what more can you add to the Argentina story?
I mean, you can sense that tension coming from the Argentina bench. What this game means after losing to Saudi Arabia. I'm seeing a lot of faces, you know, keeping their eye on the action. I see some nail biting. There's a lot of nerves coming from La Albiceleste.
Montiel, that was blocked by Hector Moreno. It's going to be out for a corner, second of the game for Argentina. Eric Gutierrez is already up on the Mexico bench. Short corner, Di Maria in, and the header flashing wide.
Well, it's a good-looking ball. They play it short, and then everybody backs off, and then it's late runs into the box. I think it's Montes. He feels he was pushed in the back, and there was an extension of that forearm from Lautaro Martinez that got him off balance.
Well, how about this? Eric Gutierrez is going to be coming on.
Right before the end of the first half with only 5 minutes to go, that tells you it's probably injury related. I doubt the way that the game's going that you would make a tactical switch, and it looks like it's going to be Andres Guardado.
So the captain, 179th appearance, breaking this barrier of playing in a 5th World Cup, and Guardado does not make it out of the first half. Eric Gutierrez will make his World Cup debut at the age of 27. He was part of the roster 4 years ago but didn't play. Lionel Scaloni coming over and show some respect and appreciation to one of the all-time greats for Mexico.
Yeah, just his body language, reading between the lines, it tells you that's not a tactical switch, and that's not a player that you would do that to. So disappointing to see from a Mexican perspective, one of your most all-time cap players coming off in that type of game and with a potential for injury. So we'll see what that one looks like over the coming days.
Off the throw in for Vega. Run there, and we'll be out for another Mexico throw. Lautaro Martinez couldn't chase it down. He scored a hat trick the last time these teams met, September 2019. It was a 4-0 win for Argentina, albeit in a friendly, but that's the worst loss Mexico have had under Tata Martino. Given away. Alvarez there. Looked like he might have been fouled, but it's going to be out for an Argentina throw. Running through, falls free. Gutierrez first touch, and to get there in time, he did.
That's going to be yellow.
Yellow card shown. Free kick coming. It's Montiel who is in the book.
Eric Gutierrez's first involvement in the game, gets there first. Good acceleration. Montiel had already committed to getting in for that challenge, tries to go full contact, and he's had an accumulation of fouls, but that one as an isolated foul would absolutely be a yellow card. Right across the shin, and now this is a closer distance for a direct strike.
Vega scored in 3 consecutive games for Mexico coming into this World Cup. Chavez is the other standing over it. Chucky Lozano having a chat with Vega. Looks like Di Maria drew the short straw. He's laying down behind the wall. It's Vega, saved, and what a save. Well held by Emiliano Martinez, and now he's trying to spring the counter. Messi Does he have an angle for a pass? Can he just get it tackled out by Gutierrez for a throw? First save of the night, Emiliano Martinez in goal for Argentina. His first World Cup has only emerged as the starter the last year and a half. McAllister wide. 5 added minutes. Di Maria crossing in, no one there.
There's the strike. Vega, great looking strike. It bends over Lautaro Martinez and away from Emiliano Martinez, but not enough speed or pace on it, power rather, to beat Martinez, who's across his goal. He's got a big frame, full extension, but the fact that he's able to catch it and gather it in with 2 hands just tell you it wasn't enough power to beat him off the jump. But it's good to hit the target, test the goalkeeper. You never know what's going to happen.
Otamendi looking long, trying to get Montiel in behind. Gallardo, can he shepherd it out? Yes.
What I'm curious to see in the second half for Argentina is what do they change in the attacking part of the field, because they're struggling to break down this Mexican defense. They look void of ideas. It's slow ball movement once again. They're settling for low percentage crosses. Messi's having to pick up the ball 40-50 yards from goal. Scrap to the head from Lionel Scaloni. So I think at halftime it's going to be interesting to assess what happens. We've said it enough. They need to win this game. To do that, the obvious part is you have to score a goal, but you have to create some chances. And they just haven't done that. The ball movement has been far too slow in and around the goals, and it's just too static. It's easy for Mexico to defend right now.
How surprised are you by that? I mean, this is the new Argentina. This is the free Argentina winning Copa America. Okay, they weren't blowing teams out, but this feels like 2018 all over again.
Yeah. And what they were able to do so well at the Copa America was play on the counterattack when other teams had the ball, or they were so good defensively, and then they relied on Messi and also Lautaro Martinez to create. So the big part of their success was the fact that it didn't always have to be Messi. He happened to be the one that delivered, but you had other guys stepping up. Haven't seen enough from Lautaro Martinez. Haven't seen enough from Angel Di Maria. Rodrigo de Paul has been all over the field, but they're still lacking that quality right now in the final third, and the decision-making has not been good.
It really is so similar to the last World Cup. Remember, Argentina drew Iceland in their opener. Messi had a penalty save. They got absolutely hammered by Croatia 3-0. They had to beat Nigeria in their final game to advance. It took an 86th minute goal to do so in a game more so remembered for those shots of a manic Diego Maradona watching in the stands in St. Petersburg before they went out in that wild high-scoring game to France in the round of 16. A tie keeps them alive, puts the pressure on for their final game against Poland Wednesday. Mexico can win. Argentina are done with a game to go. Messi almost skipped through and couldn't. Chavez looking for an outlet, doesn't have one. He's able to weave to the open side of the field before having it poked away by Alexis McAllister.
And John, we have to note again, this is not uncommon for a Mexican team at a World Cup. They haven't conceded a goal in the first half in 9 straight first halves, so they keep the game very tight. They're pretty risk-averse, as though almost as Herrera gives that one away. So really the key is going to be in the second half. What changes can either side make? What does the fitness levels look like? Can you keep this intensity in your pressure? Those are going to be the big questions in the second half for Tata Martino's team, and then especially up against
Gutierrez. Does that end up being significant later on? It comes inside. Vega picks it up. Vega lets it fly, but couldn't get it down.
No, it's not a bad idea. It settled up nicely for him. The way that first touch settled was really 1 against 3 in defenders.
Moreno a second time. Just a few seconds left in the half. McAllister turns. Toro Martinez returns it. Is there time enough for Argentina to bring some numbers forward? Create a chance into the half. Di Maria back inside. McAllister trying to find Messi. Di Maria picks it up. Here's Messi now to the far side. The cross in, stabbed behind by a sliding Cesar Montes. Out for an Argentina corner in the final seconds. Mexico arguing the half should have ended already. Fourth officials having to calm down half of their bench right now. This will be the last action before the break. And it's Messi to take. Now swinging ball met by Garda back in the middle of the field, but the referee does end the half there. Well, it's noisy. That's the thing we can say for sure. We'll send you back to Rob Start on our set on the Corniche. Eric Gutierrez, first whistle foul, 17th of the game going there. What are we looking for second half?
From an Argentine perspective, again, how do they try to change it a little bit more in the attack? What different ideas do they have? What substitutes will they make? And Mexico have played pretty risk-averse. They've kept numbers behind the ball. They've looked to counter. It's Messi now trying to break through traffic, but it's going to set up in a very similar pattern to what you saw in the first half, at least initially here for the first 15 minutes before you see coaches start to try to change that with substitution and different tweaks. But I think that you'll see Argentina play a little bit more aggressively in their pressure on the Mexican back line, trying to win the ball back further up the field.
Let's hear more from the Mexico side of things. Rodolfo Landeros down on the field. Rodolfo.
Well, John, when it comes to Andres Guardado in Argentina, there's some sweet and sour memories. He made his World Cup debut in 2006, starting against La Albiceleste in the round of 16 in Leipzig at the age of 19, but he had to come out at the 41st minute because of injury, and sadly for him and Mexico, that's the same story tonight at the official 42nd minute. As he approached the bench, the medical staff put an ice pack on his right quad.
So keep an eye on that going forward as Lautaro Martinez spun around. No foul, though. Quickly up the field. Great first touch. Chucky Lozano on the run all by himself right now. Lozano blocked. He was trying to take that. Picked right back up, though, by Nestor Araujo. Araujo will cross in. Lozano, can he get back to it off the chest? No, but it's sliced up in the air. Liliana Martinez can collect that because it was not a deliberate back pass. Now McAllister on the ball. His World Cup debut running forward. Hands it off wide to Acuna. Messi. Chip forward there. Couldn't find McAllister. Cleared away by Araujo.
You can see he's impatient too, though, when he's got the ball. Lack of options. A lot of green shirts in front of him. And trying to force that pass there between three Mexican defenders. They win it back, and it was dumped down the field. Argentina back in possession.
To the live standings, Poland getting the 2-0 win over Saudi Arabia earlier today. Assuming we don't have a Mexico win, that would mean all four teams go into that final day with everything all to play for. Argentina against Poland at Stadium 974 in Doha. Mexico will be here at Lusail playing Saudi Arabia at the same time. That one's given away. Vega intercepts the pass in for Lozano, bit behind him, and he can't take it with him, and he's frustrated about it.
He wanted the ball in behind. Instead, the pass from Vega was back behind him. And that's where Mexico have had some good looks, some good opportunities. They find Lozano, they find Vega, but then his decision-making and passing, it's a tough job sometimes. You've got two attackers against 3 or 4 defenders, and you're trying to use your speed and go and combination play, but they're not on the same page and have not been throughout that first half.
As we said, that was the big formation change that Tata Martino made for Mexico, trying to spring the surprise on Argentina. Ball inside, McAllister for Messi, has the step on Gutierrez. Free kick coming for Argentina. Yellow card out, and this is Lionel Messi territory.
It sure is, and for once in this game, you saw the Mexican midfield get sucked towards the ball, and Messi sensed the space in behind, and that's the little slip pass from McAllister there to find him, and now you've got Messi against your back line. You're trying to do anything that you can to stop him, stop his momentum, and Gutierrez makes the challenge from behind. I'm not sure that he needed to dive in and try and win the ball. He had 2 center backs coming out to get pressure, one of those Hector Moreno, because what you've done, you've opened the door for Messi to produce that magical moment with that left foot, the best set piece taker in the world, and this for him, this is his distance.
Scored twice from direct free kicks at the Copa America a year and a half ago on the road to the title. And he's sizing up 37-year-old Guillermo Ochoa, one of the best goalkeepers in the entire world.
And the other thing, John, he's at a distance where he can go either way at the goal. He can still get this up and down pretty comfortably with enough power to beat Ochoa. And if Ochoa thinks he's going to try and cheat, he's going to just smash this with power to his near side. Ochoa's right.
Messi couldn't get it down.
And he's frustrated because while it's a difficult degree of skill to get this up and over the wall, you still just expect so much every time he stands over the ball, and even just the technique leaning back a bit too much, trying to finesse it, but he doesn't get his foot over the top of it enough on the top of the ball to create the spin to get it to dip under the crossbar.
He stood there for a long time, Messi, walking back upfield. That's kind of the whole point. What else is there left to say about Lionel Messi? All the different titles he's won, all the goals that he's scored. It's to call him a World Cup winner. It's the only possible argument you can make about his place amongst the greatest ever to kick a ball. That's an offside flag that'll end that sequence. There is a possibility that that dream ends tonight in just their second game here in Qatar. And yet, as we've seen, he can't do it by himself.
So Argentina a little bit different in their build-up. They've got Guido Rodriguez here, who's on the ball, dropping between the center backs. And they're pushing another midfielder now further forward. They've got Messi dropping underneath centrally. So they're trying to spread the field to create some space to get Messi on the ball in good spots.
Di Maria running at Gallardo. Di Maria hooks that cross it late front from McAllister. Header away only as far as Messi. It's an important touch. Lozano coming all the way back, and it's a foul and a free kick for Mexico. Going long, it's behind Vega. Well, nutmeg pairs. Chavez got caught by Lautaro Martinez. And they get him on the ball in good spots, or at least on the end of something in a good spot. When I hear the Chucky Lozano, all I think of is the Kazan airport at 2 in the morning, 4.5 years ago. Stu Holden diffusing a would-be riot as the plane was delayed, getting all the fans chanting and singing.
It's one of the best parts of this World Cup, though, is that, well, every World Cup is just the traveling fans. And this one is so unique in that you have so many different fans of so many countries in one city.
Messi gets it away, return bouncing wide. Di Maria was beaten to it as Montiel made the big run forward, trying on the end of that.
There's a nutmeg from Lautaro Martinez. See you later.
Alexis McAllister. Argentina might be preparing their first substitution. Lionel Scaloni has called over one of the players who was warming up. Di Maria got around Gutierrez. Di Maria got the cross into the middle. McAllister late run couldn't get there. It's pinged around. It's cleared out. Messi a karate kick to try to keep it. Vega picks it up. Did he use his hand? That's not the call on the field that he did. Now going long, trying to spring Alvarez the other way.
Now, Mexico have just been unable to offer anything in the attacking part of the field. Just these hopeless long balls, giving Vega and Lozano no chance. This time Alvarez caught out a little bit, and they're trying to take advantage. And before that, you saw Di Maria take Eric Gutierrez off the dribble. He's on that yellow card, so he can't get as tight on him defensively. Great work by Lozano there. But look, he's got to beat 1, 2. Now he's got 2 shirts around him, trying to do anything. And He's not going to get that foul.
Boy, he thought that was a foul for sure. De Paul comes away with the ball. Messi. Di Maria. Great little move to at least get away momentarily from Gallardo. They re-engage. De Paul. Messi. You just feel it start to amp up a little bit here. 10 minutes into the second half. Acuna will retreat it. Enzo Fernandez will be coming on at the next opportunity for Argentina. Messi not on the same page with Acuna. Guido Rodriguez will make way.
That was the move I was talking about. Angel Di Maria just gets Gutierrez off balance. And normally you might see him dangle a leg out there to try to make the tackle. This one goes past Lautaro Martinez, and Luis Chavez doing an excellent job tracking back because McAllister was looking for that follow-up late run into the box to smash that one home.
Guido Rodriguez, one of the 5 changes to the lineup Lionel Scaloni made. He goes off before the hour mark. Enzo Fernandez, 21-year-old, has just come out of nowhere, playing for Benfica this season. Got his first call-up in September. This is just his 5th international appearance. He came on about the same time in their game against Saudi Arabia, and he's on now. First sub of the night for Argentina.
Yeah, more attack-minded player than Guido Rodriguez, who's more of a destroyer in the middle of the field and was dropping between the center backs and providing an extra number deep. But this is going to be what you're going to see a little bit more often here from Lionel Scaloni is attacking subs, everything attacking-minded, everything with a mind to having possession of the ball and playing forward and really starting to test this Mexican back line. The big question is going to be for Mexico, how long can they hold? Then don't break, but then can they find their moments in transition to get forward up the field?
Well, look for Gallardo there from Gutierrez. Otamendi slides across. Montiel helping him out there. Ball just stayed in play, and Messi picks it up. McAllister. Back in for Messi. Gutierrez on a yellow, gotta be careful. Messi trying to lay that through, knocked free into the middle of the field. No one there and wide.
Started to grab him, didn't he? Well, this one's gonna bounce. He's gonna get this one, Vega.
Vega working hard there, and whistle and a foul against Lisandro Martinez. Free kick Mexico.
This is what you see happen sometimes for center backs. If you let that first ball bounce, it allows the attacking player to get body position, and then you can't come through him. I'm not sure that's enough contact for a foul, though, to be honest.
Chavez and Vega. Argentina, their bench is going crazy right now, trying to readjust their defensive setup. Vega hooks it into a terrific area. It's flicked across. That was Otamendi, able to nod that out the other side. And now Montiel carrying forward. De Paul on the run. Knocked away. Kevin Alvarez on his World Cup debut.
And 2 more subs on the way for Argentina here.
We got Alvarez among them. A while. Let's see what the other one is going to be. Rafael Molina is going to be the other. Just how hurt is Paulo Dybala coming into this World Cup? Montiel. Back to Montiel. De Paul running off him. Space and time for a cross to be fired in. Good header by Montes. Second header by Lozano. Vega running around. Still Argentina on it. 30 minutes to go. Tie is fine enough for Argentina. Doesn't eliminate them. Puts the pressure on. Must-win territory against Poland in their finale.
I think Mexico are looking at this game the same way. I think they're just trying not to lose the game and fancy themselves in their last match to go and win and beat Saudi Arabia for them to potentially advance.
Could be famous last words.
Yes. That's the danger. That's the risk you run of just absorbing so much pressure and playing in the way in which they have with 5 in the back and only really trying to attack with 2 to 3 players.
They are pinned back right now, Mexico. Di Maria trying to drive it inside. Gallardo step for step. Blocks the pass in. It was meant for Lautaro Martinez. Mexico with a sub in the wings as well. Real Antuna, it looks like, the former LA Galaxy player. Across from Di Maria. Again, Montes stooping low to head it away. Stepping forward to intercept that. Couldn't take it anywhere. And here come the subs. Toro Martinez. Quiet night for a man who scored a hat trick last time they played, these two teams. Replaced by the youngster Julian Alvarez. It's Montiel who makes way for Molina. Two just seem to swap at that right back position. He had Montiel booked late in the first half. Tournament. Here's Chucky Lozano.
He's got nobody up with him. He's going to try
completely by himself right now, and it's a goal kick.
He's just trying to win a corner. He was 1 against 5.
Messi for Enzo Fernandez. Back out wide for Di Maria. Into the middle for Lionel Messi!
It had to be him. Leo Messi delivers again for Argentina. Just a half yard of space. How quickly he gets the ball off his feet. And then on that wand, that magical left foot of Lionel Messi, right through the ball, across goal, past Ochoa. 1 shot, 1 goal. King Leo does it again.
Angel Di Maria's childhood friend set him up on the assist. Di Maria has described Messi as an extraterrestrial. Because where on earth does that come from? Mexico were fine. There was no threat there whatsoever.
And that's the thing. They just fell asleep for a half second on Messi. And when Di Maria was finally starting to slash at that back line, they're forced back. Somebody takes 1 play off. And how quickly, though. It's easy to say that. But just, John, when the ball comes into him, how he just quickly sets it up. He knows what he wants to do. You don't even have time to react to get out before then he's shooting at goal And with his quality and his precision to pick out the corner, what a strike. And really hasn't even had a look. He hasn't had a look at goal all game long. That's the difference maker. Wow.
Well, there was a lot of confusion when Mexico were making that substitution. They were trying to change last minute who exactly was coming off. Two more in the wings for Argentina. It was indeed Kevin Alvarez and Alexis Vega. It was they put Chucky Lozano's number up. He stayed out there. Here's Jimenez picking it up, opening up for Antuna, the other sub. Antuna got a cross in, it's deflected, it's cleared away.
Well, finally now Mexico are going to have to come out of their shell a little bit. They're going to have to attack it. They've got Jimenez in the game, who's more of a target striker, although he's capable of running the channels and playing on the break as well, playing high intensity, but he's not 100% fit. So what version of Raul Jimenez do you have out there? He's a high-quality finisher, but needs service.
Argentina not yet going to make their subs. This doesn't eliminate Mexico, but it leaves them bottom of the group. And in a very dicey situation going into the finale with Saudi Arabia. Jimenez got to that one, opens up to the far side. Lozano down off the chest and spins it around. Trying to get it wide. Gutierrez was for the late run of Gallardo, and it was blocked. Jimenez kept it in play. That's going to work for Antuna. Back inside Jimenez, back outside Antuna. Cross stabbed away. Out for a throw. No, an offside flag in that sequence. McAllister is done. Ezequiel Palacios replaces him. And Angel Di Maria will be taken off for a defender, Cristiano Romero.
Yeah, this is going to shuffle the pack a little bit with Romero coming in, center back. The referee telling Di Maria to go off on the far side now to get off the field, because I don't think he was entirely sure or didn't see his number up on the board.
But then came Hector Moreno. He was the only guy that was very vocal, telling his teammates, come on, guys, let's get back in the game. There was one guy that didn't celebrate with Messi. It was Lisandro Martinez. Immediately after the ball went into the back of the net, he slammed it to the ground, just praying. And that speaks of how much tension and pressure this Argentina team has been going on all week long.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rodolfo. Even in Messi's celebration, he runs right to the heart of the Argentine fans behind the goal, and you could see the passion and the emotion and the celebration, and also a bit of a release as well for them finally finding a way through. And here's Messi again on the ball.
Flicked along, cross from Acuna, took a deflection, and that's blasted over. That was a great look on the far side. Nahuel Molina just came on as a sub.
He has so much time to think about. He's taking all these little steps as he runs up to it, just to try to time his run, to meet it in perfect step, to get the plant and the good contact. In the end, he's reaching for it, and it slices off the outside of his boot.
20 minutes to go. Here's how it looks. This would mean all four teams are alive, and we would have real chaos in the late window Wednesday.
We love chaos.
With the Argentina against Poland, Mexico against Saudi Arabia. Plenty of time for more here, though, as Gutierrez is fouled.
So with the sub for Romero, it's as we thought. It's 5 along the back, which Molina will get into the attack more, and then you've got the 3 in front, Messi with Alvarez as kind of the 2. So a little bit more pragmatic of a approach from Scaloni, saying, hey, I'm happy with the 1, and this is actually has been one of the trademarks of this team under Lionel Scaloni, is getting that goal and being able to shut it down and keeping clean sheets and winning games.
Speaking of chaos, Tuesday, the United States against Iran. They have to win to advance. A loss or a tie, their World Cup ends at the end of the group stage. That'll be live on Fox Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. 10 a.m. Pacific. To Alvarado, the last man brought on the roster, preparing to come on for Mexico. It's an Argentina team that struggled at World Cups of late to close out games when they have the lead. Well, they led against Saudi Arabia at the half. They ended up losing that one. Popped over the top. Molina's going to get back to it. Brought it down on Gallardo. Jimenez stabbed it away as they were trying to find Messi. Herrera throws his body in. Messi goes down in a heap. No foul. A little bit of space for Oriol Antuna. If he can get under control, he can't. Boy, that is slammed into the stands, and Christian Romero goes flying in the ad boards. And here comes the sub. So Chucky Lozano will make way after all.
Tough game for Lozano, and I would say no fault of his own. He just was given a thankless task of playing in the strategy, such a defensive approach from Mexico. They were trying to keep the clean sheet, trying to keep themselves in the game, and they were playing not to lose as opposed to trying to win. And he was oftentimes alone on an island by himself against 4 defenders. And now Mexico are in more of desperation mode, where they're now trying to fight to get into this game to give themselves something.
And they're done with subs. They made 4 subs, but that was the effect of using one of their windows for the Guardado injury late in the first half. So both teams are done making changes. Lionel Messi, the goal, the difference right now, keeping Argentina's World Cup hopes alive. A loss eliminates them tonight. Mexico not done, but it'll be a dire situation for them going into the finale on Wednesday. Long it goes towards Jimenez. Big challenge in the air, and it bounces through to Emiliano Martinez. Just one save that he's made. That was off the free kick back in the first half. Alvarado making his World Cup debut at the age of 24. He's been a part of this team for 4 years. That's wedged away in the middle. Good work by Fernandez. Messi, though, beaten to it by Gallardo. It's going to come back for an Argentina free kick. Messi kind of pocket of space. Antuna was a great recovery run. He ends up doing enough in the end, although work to be done now for Moreno. Gutierrez under pressure. Chavez gets the whistle. Quarter hour to go. Alvarado misplays the pass.
Every Argentina fan that I could see right now is standing on their feet, going absolutely nuts.
Pressure by Gallardo. He thought that he would want to throw out of it. It is Argentina's. Goal 93 of Messi's international career, his 8th at a World Cup. Falls free into the middle. It's picked up by Araujo. Jimenez, Herrera, Gutierrez. Gallardo now. Into the middle. Picked up by Chavez. Back out to Alvarado. Forced backwards. Herrera weaving his way around Alvarez. Tough ball there to be dealt with by Montes, and it's given away. Palacios able to keep it stabbed to the open space. Julian Alvarez, he's got Messi in the middle. Alvarez plays it, Messi beaten to it just enough by Hector Moreno there. Clearance, though, doesn't get all the way out. Great cut inside by Acuna, skips away from Antuna. Araujo had to slot across to break it up. Jimenez throwing his body in. Play on, Messi. Alvarez, Messi, Ochoa stays at home. Messi, did he keep that in play? It's kicked away by Ochoa. He's saying the ball's out of bounds. Assistant referee
is
belatedly.
Looking for a little combination pass. Let's have a look here. It's hard to see. It's blocked by the pole. Ooh, that looked close. It actually looked to me on the second view there that was still in. And Messi's still down behind the play. Slow to get up. He's up now.
I mean, sort of nothing definitive there that it was out.
No.
And that was really interesting that the assistant referee waited as long as he did. Messi having a word with Ochoa behind the play as he walks back upfield. Chavez to the far side for Moreno. Jimenez back out for Gallardo. Jimenez on the turn. Trying to play that in. Alvarado was blocked. That's a foul by Hector Herrera, just sweeping out the legs of Palacios. They have announced the attendance, 88,966. They have brought the noise here tonight. Who's going to be celebrating at the end? 11 minutes plus stoppage time to go.
Who's going to be here in this building December 18th for that final?
Alvarez brings it down, hands off to Messi. He's spun around. Gutierrez playing on a yellow card. It's going to be whistled for a foul.
The fans, all the Argentina fans doing the bowing motion to Lionel Messi. Now, this was a game that we said from the beginning, John, was going to be tight. Mexico were playing in a more defensive formation. Argentina had to be good defensively themselves. They've handled Mexico's weak transition play. And then within that, you still need your star man, one of the stars of this tournament, one of the best players to ever kick a ball, to give you that moment. And time again, as he's done throughout his career, he provided it with just sheer brilliance, good quality, great finish. And that's the difference right now. The question is, 10 more minutes. Can Argentina hold on to get this 3 points?
Antuna fouled, and he's down in some pain.
just the spin on the ball made it difficult for Hector Moreno to try to head that where he wanted to, which was not right into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. It ends up bouncing off his head, popped up in the air. Easy catch.
Doing a lot of running and colliding with Montes as he gets it clear. Araujo picks it up. Chavez trying to escape, rides the bump of DePaul, gets it away, long run for Antuna, is going to run out of space. In the air by Chavez. Colorado battling in the air. No one on the far side, though, in green. It's cleared away by Molina. Hernandez picks it up for Argentina. DePaul on the outside. Gallardo, shoulder to shoulder. Argentina's throw. Mexico thought it should have been theirs.
I can see it clearly comes off the foot of Gallardo. He's going to ask for it. As you should. You should always ask for it. You never know. This game is just grinded to a halt, hasn't it? And that's exactly what Argentina would have wanted. They get the goal, and then they just shut it down. It's not sexy. It's not romantic. We talked a lot about this in the Copa America again, and the way in which sometimes you expect the South American teams to play with flair and the tricks and the flicks, which Brazil have done, but you can't talk about this version of Brazil with all the forwards and all the goals without talking about how good their defense is. And that is what has made Argentina so effective and sent them on that long winning streak. And that's what you're going to see from this tournament. If they can get ahead, they keep the pressure, they're capable of doing that. They have wonderfully talented attacking players, but it's going to be to win this whole thing and win the tournament, it's going to be how good can they be defensively.
36 games without a loss, 25 games without even trailing.
That's good, right?
Before Saudi Arabia. It's popped in the air. It's Alvarado trying to guide that out for a corner. It is a corner. Just the second of the game for Mexico. Otamendi feeling that contact a little bit. Luis Chavez, a little kiss to the ball before he sets it. Outswinger in. Side as well. Big tackle needed to be Jesus Gallardo.
Heavy touch from Rodrigo de Paul. Not been his best day, I would say. And that was a great opportunity for Argentina to deliver that final killer blow in this game. They had 4 attackers against just 2 Mexican defenders. Really heavy touch from de Paul allowed them the challenge to come in and the chance wasted.
Mexico running out of time. Struggling to get on the ball. Acuna. Able to get a corner of Nestor Araujo. Lionel Messi is going to make this long walk as slowly as possible down to the corner. Paul takes it short for him. Messi in now. Enzo Fernandez! The Slam the door shut!
What a way to get your first international goal at a World Cup, 21 years old. How about that? Just a thing of beauty. Excellent skill, good close control, beats the first man, and then he just wraps the foot around it and watches it nestle into the back of the net. The second goal for Argentina, and he gets a hug, the embrace from the GOAT, Lionel Messi. He would have grown up watching him play, idolizing Messi, and now he's playing on the same field with him at a World Cup, and gives the second goal for Argentina to, as you said, John, slam that door shut and finish off Mexico in this game. What a goal and what a moment for that young man.
An incredibly meteoric rise. He joined Benfica in Portugal this summer. First month in Portugal, he was named the best midfielder in the Portuguese league the month of August. He's played just about every minute this season as Benfica got big Champions League wins over Juventus and PSG. Finds himself playing for Argentina for the first time in September. Yellow card out here in a big collision. And he delivers an absolute stunner.
Man, what a finish. Two great goals for Argentina in this game. Two of the highest quality goals. First from Messi outside the box, a laser on the ground in the corner, and then that one from Enzo Fernandez. That's one you show your kids and your grandkids and their grandkids. I tell you, the Mexican fans, you can see the look on their face. Those back home, those that have traveled, they will not be happy with this performance. Not just the score, but the way in which Mexico approached the game, so passively, so negatively. For a team that has really struggled to score goals in the past games and zero in this tournament so far. And big questions. I thought they might struggle in this tournament. I didn't expect to see this, though, just how bad this has been for them. And then Argentina might find a third.
Here they come.
6 minutes.
Alvarez ran away from him. Montez with the tackle, picks it back up.
Goal difference becomes important, too.
Alvarado picked up that yellow card a moment ago. Chavez goes down. 7 straight losses in the round of 16. That's the talking point for Mexico. They got to get to the round of 16 first.
They've been there for 7 straight World Cups.
The last time they didn't win either of their first 2 games at a World Cup was the last time they didn't get out of the group. 1978 in Argentina. Antuna got the cross in, diving header away. And man down for Argentina, who are out of subs. It's Acuna. Either you're injured or get up.
Exactly. Here it is again. The little step over just to get Gutierrez off balance is so good. You see that? The shift of weight quickly from the left to the right. And then as soon as he beats the first man, he's at a distance. There's no pressure on the ball. And, oh, it's just so good, that technique. Picking out that far corner with the dip and the power and the swerve on it past a really capable, experienced goalkeeper in Ochoa, who just was a passenger there.
Mexico has managed one shot in this entire second half. And amongst the celebrating Argentina fans, we understand Luciano Costa of FC Cincinnati, your MLS assist leader this year, flew in today for the game. It's going to be a party for them tonight. Still work to be done against Poland Wednesday.
This is the rebound performance that they would have hoped for and that they wanted to see from their team. And it took it some time. And we said it would. It was a tough game in the first half. Mexico made the game ugly. They sat back. They limited space. The question was always going to be, it was that, can they bend but not break? Well, they broke. And it was the one time that you didn't get pressure on Messi in front of the goal. He puts it in the back of the net. Then the game really opened up, and Argentina have dominated. I would say that Lionel Scaloni will be very happy with how his team has responded. All the conversation about...
As it comes in, Jimenez knocks it down. That was an important step there, Lisandro Martinez, to get that clear.
All the conversation about the loss to Saudi Arabia. What would the response be? And could we see one of the favorites for the tournament go out in the group stage? Would this be Messi's last World Cup? They answered a lot of those questions. And as you said, the job's not done.
Not yet.
Not yet. But would you bet against them after seeing this second game here?
So we'll have Messi against Lewandowski for a spot in the knockout stage on the line Wednesday night. 2 minutes still to go. Alvarado trying to get that in. It was not dealt with. Jimenez got a cross in. Good recovery there to get it clear. Last-ditch defending for Argentina right now in the final 2 minutes before the end. Contest wide for Antuna. Couldn't get a cross in. Gutierrez, long run around the outside from Gallardo, headed away. But to your point, it's exactly what Lionel Scaloni said. We knew that this thing was going to end. It's been perfect for us. Nothing but joy for a long time. The blow is going to happen. You can lose. You're going to lose. It's about how you respond, how you get back up. And he was defiant. We're not going to change who we are. We're not going to change our style. Change 5 members of his lineup. But they got the job done tonight. So it's a Mendy sliding clearance to hook it away. Lionel Messi, a big reason why. Goal and assist tonight. Leaving a couple more Mexican players in the dust for good measure. Wins a foul. And the entire stadium is bowing to him right now. At least everybody wearing white and blue.
Maybe a few in green.
This we would presume will be the final action from Emiliano Martinez. Just one save made tonight to get his first career shutout at a World Cup. That's it. Argentina win.
Messi magic. Has Argentina back on track. Cohesive, total football performance from Lionel Messi in Argentina. And if you were counting them out, think again.
But the job's not done. Then a showdown with Poland coming on Wednesday. Mexico with work to do as well. It's going to be a great finish to this group. As we send you back to Rob Stone and our set on the Corniche in Doha. It finishes here in Lucerne.